Hello my owlet friends. I wanted to come on and show you guys my fairy tale journal. But before I do, one of the things I've been working on for my recreate, using my word recreate, is to kind of light a candle, really just take a deep breath when I'm journaling, when mindful journaling. You know, I'm looking at my vision board right now. If you guys saw that series, and you know what I've been talking about is like really starting to not just say I did this, really kind of like go into, you know, mindful, like what am I thinking, what am I feeling at the time. So and not be in such a rush all the time, and slow down. So one of the things that I want to do is I'm going to light my candle. So I wanted to show you guys really quick this. This is like a ornament that my friend picked up for me at, I think it was Target this year. And yeah, I already got paint and stuff on my fingers this morning. But anyway, I just decided to use it as like a little candle holder because it looks so, it just looks so cute as a candle. Put a candle in there. So I'm going to light my candle and we're going to get started and talk about my fairy tale journal. So I started this journal, I was looking at it, actually I want to say it was like, excuse me, missing, but it wasn't actually missing. Whoa. These matches are like, wow. They're actually vintage. I got them at a like garage sale in a bag of stuff, and they light up quickly, very quickly, as you can tell. The only thing about a candle on paper, and I've talked about this before, it makes me a little nervous because I don't want to like get my paper on there and like stuff. But we're going to kind of push it over here where there's nothing in its way. It's all this markers and stuff like that, so it should be okay. Excuse me. So anyway, I've talked about my fairy tale journal, and I'll just pull it out and let's talk about it while we're talking about it. So it's a little journal that's Alice in Wonderland, and I actually think I have a video where I made this, to be honest with you, or I played in it. But I used this really lace that's stretchy. It's really fabulous because you can kind of pull on it, because as you can see it's kind of getting a little chunky. And I was looking at it in here, and one of the things that I do want to start doing in this journal is dating everything, because I think it's really important, just so you know, just so I know when I'm looking at my fairy tale journal how far back, because I actually started this in 2020, you guys. So and I'll tell you a little story about how it started. So anyway, so I really find that that's important to kind of date things. Like this one's July 2020. I did this page last night, and I'll get to that in just a minute as well. So let me explain exactly how this got started. So in 2020, we all know it was a pandemic, you know. And I was reading books a lot. Now I'm really making myself find time to read books because I have gotten like out of the habit, I guess, of doing it, or making myself like consciously like, oh, instead of like vegging out in front of the TV, like get a book, you know. And so the weird thing is I used to never watch TV, and I've talked about this before because I just felt like it was such a time sucker, you know. And I love movies, don't get me wrong, but just like watching just shows and everything like that. But most of the time I'm creating while I'm doing it. But the reason I do is because, I know this sounds silly and I've mentioned it several times, I put my dog to sleep. You know, it's like he's a little toddler and he sits on the couch with me and he goes to sleep, and then I carry him into my daughter's room and that's where he sleeps. So I have to have something like entertaining and noise-wise because he barks at all the things, you know. And anyway, so that's kind of the story on the whole TV situation. So I started this book back in 2020 because I started reading Susan Branch's, which I'm going to get to her the newest book I've purchased from her. I read her trilogy, which is like It's called A Fairy Tale Girl, Martha's Vineyard, Isle of Dreams, and then when she goes to the UK and does her, she goes to see Beatrix Potter's house, everything. I highly recommend all 3 books. I love Susan Branch. She's like my heroine. Did I say that right? She is so, like, I don't know. She just speaks to me. Like, it's like I'm meant to read her stuff because every time I'm like, it like opens up my vision more and more to what I want in my life, right? So anyway, so that's how I started my little journal here. And as you can see, I put Susan Branch in there. My favorite author and artist on the right, Susan Branch. This is when she visited the England countryside. And then I put my travel goals, which I've talked about her book before. I have all these tags in it. Like, I'm taking that book with me when I go to England because I'm going to go and visit all those places, you know. So she is so inspiring to me. So that brings me... I'll just do a little quick flip through of all, the hat I plan to wear in England. I need to put that up. I have it sitting out. It needs to last. So yeah, so it's kind of like my dreamy journal, like my goals and dreams and ideas, and a lot of quotes is mainly, I call it my fairy tale journal because I put a lot of quotes in there. Sometimes I just stick papers in that I want to use later. This is like a little porch that I love, that I just think it's so pretty. A lot of them are just little tidbits here and there that I've made, like little clusters. Fairy tale, I call it my fairy tale journal because it is all about my dreams, you know, and painting. Yeah, I did some painting on this page. So I really love this journal because I feel like it's just a place to play in and dream in and add things that, you know, here's a little insert. So it's just kind of, it's just a fun little journal to play in. And actually, if you got this last month's kit, which I'll show you, is it over here? This would be a great little journal, because so this was in the last month's CWR kit that sold out, but it's a little journal that you can, that would be perfect for something like this. So if you're not familiar with my kits, I have a kit that comes out every month, and it's basically, this year I'm changing up a little something different because I'm going to start putting in different size journals. I used to have you select like traveler's journals. If you ever purchased one, you'd go in and then you would select the size of your traveler journal. But this year I'm doing all different size journals. So I wanted to include this one because I just think it's really cute to like even carry in your purse and write your ideas and thoughts down, or grocery lists, you know. So I come to this page. This is the page I worked on last night. I had this sticker sheet from Sticky Club. I'm part of the Sticky Club, and I get stickers every month. And this is basically almost like a Beatrix Potter theme. And I just really, so that brings me to this book, which is a quote book. And I'm going to show you guys in just a minute. But I pulled some quotes out here that are from Susan Branch that spoke to me right away. And so I wanted to create a page and add those to there. So as you can see, I have lots and lots of room to add more yummy goodness to this journal, and we're going to do that today. So a lot of times if I find pictures, or I was just playing around with this pencil that I had that writes different colors, and so yeah, I have lots of room. So sometimes I just add some washi that I love, or things like that. I just pop some things in there. So I have lots of room. You guys, ever since I was like in junior high, when I discovered Country Living magazines, I've wanted a clawfoot tub. So I really do feel like when you start adding visual things into your life and envisioning them and adding pictures and things like that into a journal, into anything, even on Pinterest or whatever, that it's going to bring those things into your life. So one day I know I'm going to have a clawfoot tub, whether, I don't know how, when, where, but somehow I'm going to have a clawfoot tub in my life. So anyway, it's funny I said that because I love A-frame homes, and I was like, one day I'm going to have an A-frame home, you know, somewhere, somehow. And the funny thing is one time I was out at Warrington, which is like a big antique show here in, it's called Round Top, in Austin, Texas, and I found an A-frame, what's that little, it's the little people, I can't, Fisher Price. Anyway, I bought it. I'm like, well, maybe that's my A-frame home. Maybe that is what I will be. That's what I'm considering, having an A-frame home with a toy. But hey, whatever, you know. So I'm going to take a drink of my coffee just one second. Okay, so let's get into my newest book. You guys, like I said, Susan Branch, she talks to me. She doesn't talk to me physically, but through her books, she talks to me. And so this came, I actually had this in my cart for a while, and when it first came out, and then I just kind of like didn't purchase it. And then recently I listened to a interview with her from the Enchanted Book Club, and I immediately, oh, I know, I was buying this for me for Christmas. Well, put it in my cart on Amazon, and I bought it, and it kept getting delayed. So I just canceled it, and I bought it directly from her website, which this is what I think I'm going to do from now on with her books, unless they're older books that she doesn't have on her website. Then I go to, like, I started my collection back in 2020, and I actually buy them from like Thrift Books or A Books, I think it's called. They're secondhand books. So I buy a lot of my books from her on there. And anyway, but this one I bought directly from her website. And what's so cool about, I noticed on this one, is this is a little sticker. And I don't know if it's just like a printed, I think it's just a printed. But it's like a sticker that says, "With love, Susan Branch." And so, I just love this. I just, you guys, I have been sitting with this book for, ever since I got it. I just sit down. And again, it draws you in. It makes me want to read. And it's like, even though I had my mindless TV on that I've watched over and over. I watch Frasier every night, you guys, because I love Frasier, and it's just reruns, and it's like started back over. I don't even know how many times I've started it back over, but I love it. It's entertaining, it's funny, it's cute. I love Niles. And in fact, when it ended this like couple nights ago, I just boo-hooed over it. I've seen it a million times, but I still cry. But anyway, so going through hers, I've already like tagged. Of course, I immediately went to Fairy Tales. That was the first one that I read. But there's so much in here, you guys. I will never ever get bored of this book. It's filled with her artwork, which I absolutely love, and it's filled with her quotes, and it's like what pulled her through a hard time. And I really advise anybody that read her book, Isles of Dreams. I would really start with the Fairy Tale Girl, because it kind of sets the tone for her moving to Martha's Vineyard. But anyway, I just love it. I can't say any more than that. I just absolutely love it. So, and she has all about journaling, about creativity, about books, fairy tales, writing letters, love, dark clouds, happiness, women. And then this is only the book one. I just read in here too that she's going to have a book two. Yay! And because she loves quotes too, and she pulled all her favorite quotes in here. And so she's coming out with another book. I am very excited. And I'll tell you what, this book is heavy. I mean, it's nice quality. I'll tell you how much I love her book, and then we'll move on to creating. After I read her Susan Branch, and I know I've talked about this before, but if you guys are new here, then you haven't heard my obsession with Susan Branch's book. But after I read her book, I just hugged it, the Isles of Dream, and I've reread it like twice, like probably 3 times. In fact, I wanted to read it again, but I literally hugged the book because it it left that kind of impression. Like it's just great. So, okay. So I want to create in here. I'm going to add a couple things in here, and I thought I would just kind of show you guys what I add. It's, again, there's no rhyme or reason. Well, there is rhyme and reason, but as far as like, there's no like, it's just me loving quotes. It's just me putting my happiness or dreams in here, and you know, I save newspaper, not newspaper. I save things from magazines and stuff. And this one I just love this picture of this cottage. And in my head, I had a quote, but it's not really a quote, it's scripture that's come to my mind. And I'm like, I'm going to put that in my journal. So let's find a page, and I'll show you exactly how I kind of want to put this at the front. See if we have some. But you know, like here, I kind of put some outfits that I think are so adorable and cute. And just things that I've printed off, like some outdoor things. I need to add some more. I'm going to do like a collage to this one. Kitchens that I love. Just some visual things. Love this. This is so cute. Tea parties. Let's see if I could find kind of a space up close here. It looks like I have been filling pages up, but this one's going to take a full page. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to, where's my little clippy thingies? Because like I said, this is a puffy book. I'm just going to put that right there. So I'm going to take my, this thing, and the scripture I have, let me pull out my phone here, and it says, ask and it will be given you, seek and you'll find, knock and it will open for you. And so I wanted to include a key also, which I'm going to do that as well, but it looks like she's actually like adjusting something, I think, on her. This is like a little garden cottage, but to me, it looks like she's knocking, so that's what we're going to go with. And like I said, you can do anything in this book. So, but that was also something that at the front of here, she has little keys. Let's see if I can find it. Like, and I love these quotes: keys to my castle, which is heroes, meditation, and nature. And so yeah, so I wanted to put a little key in here, because like it's like finding the key to your happiness is within. And so yeah, so I'm just really, I would never tire of this book. I can say that right now, because I think you could find something for every, especially being a creative, and Susan Branch is very, she's like one of my favorite artists. Okay, so let's trim that down. Plus it's just cute to have a little book on your shelf or on your desk that you can reference to, and if you because I know going through hard times, quotes can bring you through hard times. So let's see if I have some sort of something I can write on. I know I have some of these cute little, I think I have them in here that's already open. This was also part of this last kit here. These little bits and bobs of, like, I always thought they would be sweet to put like dates on. Like I said, we want to date our stuff because I think it's important, especially for me, like when I'm doing this, you can kind of get an idea of where you're at, you know, in your quotes, like what you're writing down and quoting, or scriptures or anything like that. You can kind of see where you're at in life, I feel like. So I'm going to put that there. See, I'm going to find my pen. Okay. Oh, brand new pen. Nice. I always like it when I find a brand new pen. Okay, so we're going to write this in here. And I love keys because I feel like they represent all sorts of things. You know, a key from Alice in Wonderland. Write this down so I don't get it right while I'm talking. You know, to a fairy tale land, to the unknown. And so I received one this last week I received a happy mail, a Valentine happy mail from Stacy. Thank you, Stacy, if you're watching. I actually just stared at it forever. I didn't want to open it, and I finally was like, play with it, you know. Okay, giving you seek, and you will find, knock, okay, for you. That's Matthew 7. Hope my head didn't get in the way, you guys. I'm getting my hair done today, so I'm so excited. It's been way overdue. Way overdue. Okay, so where's my goodies that I just I was gonna like play with because I was like, ooh yeah. Oh, they're right here. I know. It doesn't take long to get a messy desk, does it? Okay, so here is the key that I got from Miss Stacy, and actually I think I'm gonna keep this little lace on it, just maybe a little tad bit. And actually I'm gonna do like Susan did in her drawings, where she writes a little quote on there. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do though, yet. So I'll have to leave that for another time when I have a better idea. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to put this on here, other than the fact that I could punch a hole. I should probably reinforce it on this other side with something. Let's see what I have. I have my little Valentine stuff over here. I'm just thinking like later on I could put something on this one, but I just want to like make it to where it's something really pretty, and then that way I already started adding some background to this page when I punch a hole. I wonder if I could bend this over. And that way it kind of like makes it more stronger to hold that key. Okay, I'll have to undo this. Am I in video here? Yeah. Sorry for the glare for the magazine. And actually what I might do is cut this in half. There's my little hole punch. Ooh, Felt that candle on my hand. I have reinforced stickers somewhere for hole punches, but I just ran across them actually this week, but for now I don't know where they are, so I'm just gonna tie this, and it actually becomes like a little cute charm on the outside. I probably should do a double knot, but for now I'm just gonna do a single knot. But I want to eventually like put a little tag on here. I love that. That's so cute. Okay. Very cute. So see, it's just simple, like adding little things that bring you joy and happiness. Okay, so speaking of that, this one, I wanted to add some of these in there as well. And this is just collage paper from Calico Collage. I love her stuff. And let's see here, which one? And actually, I'll just put it inside here. I think I'm going to do either, I want to do the bike, the teacup, or the little front door. I think I'm going to do the front door since we're on cute little housing. It's so cute. It's got pink flowers in the front. I think these are roses. And I actually wanted to, let's see. Actually, I'm going to cut out a couple of these and see which one that I think looks... Let's see, there's the teacup. That dark lace on there is kind of little different than what this style is. I did want to see here in this book, there was something that I had tagged. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. It's weird. I'm gonna have to. What Susan Branch talked about doing was, is she would put asterisks by her favorite quotes. I think I have this whole book though filled with asterisks, but there's one about wings in here. Oh, I love this one. Be the heroine of your own life. I love that. Love that. So we're going to put that in here. Do they have one with the roses? Oh, here's one with the roses. We can save these for later. We're going to tuck them in here. Tuck. We can use them later. But I love this one here because there's a butterfly on it, and I'm going to actually add one of my little butterfly stickers to it. I'm going to actually trim that down a little bit because I think that's part of the reason. Okay. Maybe if I did like... kind of do like a little curvy cut to it. There we go. And I wanted to add one of my little butterfly stickers that I got from Dollar Tree. These are like, you guys, my favorite because the little wings, they like actually... This one by far looks the best. I have several of these somewhere. I think I bought them out one time when I was in there. And I have used them so much. Okay. And let's write in here. So we're going to put, above all, be the hero of your own life. Okay, so we're going to write that in there. And I'm going to do it in cursive. What would be also, I thought about doing is making copies of the book. But I think sometimes when you're writing quotes to yourself, that it's good to have your own handwriting in there too. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but of your own. And then I want to write your life really big. And then put a little heart. Okay. And then let me write who this quote is by. Nora Ephron. Ephron. Right here. What's really, and I've done this too, and I read in here also, like, if you find a quote by somebody, go and look them up, and then actually you can find different, like, autobiographies you can read about individuals and things like that. So, oh yeah, we need to put our date on here. So let's add, today is what? The 21st. So put 1/21. I'm going to put 2023. I'll have to show you guys when I run across it again. I have an old cookbook. Well, it's really cool. I think I'm going to use it as a journal. I don't know about the pages, but it actually has like 06 in there, but it's 1906. So it's very interesting because putting a little dash in 23, that this stuff could be around for the next 100 years, you know. Let's write our date. You know what? I think I'm going to use my stamp. Oops. Let's use the stamp. January 21. Okay. This may take a while to dry on this magazine. Let's do it again. Okay. Alright, you guys, that was so much fun. So, that is my fairy tale journal. I absolutely love it. You can add whatever your heart desires in it. It's my fave. And it just gives you like a little place to write your dreams and hopes and favorite quotes. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching and coming along with me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.